Hello and welcome to another video tutorial here on allaboutbodylanguage.com. Now, if you just checked out my previous video I've just posted, we talk about the classic indicators of the flirting and dating arena, both from the male's perspective and the female's perspective. So today what we're going to do is talk about how this intertwines into an actual scenario. So what we're going to do, we're going to pit Craig and Kat in a nightclub scenario, and we're going to talk about how what I've talked about can happen in real time. So let's say, for instance, Craig goes into the nightclub. He's looking pretty swank, tan from Mercia as well, so he's looking quite good. And then he's scanning around to see what's going on, and then he sees this lady in the distance eyeing him up. And for instance, let's call her Kat, for argument's sake. And because he's hopeless at body language, he's looking around, he doesn't really see the repeated eye contact that Kat is giving Craig. Now, as we talked about in the opening video, we talked about how a lady likes to flirt, and one of the ways to do this silently is by increasing her eye contact. So I'm looking around and I'm noticing this girl keeps looking at me, and because I've watched that video tutorial I've just posted, I realise then that Kat is sending out an indirect silent message that I find you attractive. And she's doing this because as she scans around they maintain eye contact, and then what we didn't discuss is how submissively she will drop the head down and lift the eyes up. And it's a very submissive and subconscious gesture, and it means silently that I quite like you. So ordinarily, just on the opening eye contact exchange, just once means nothing, 3 or 4 times. So let's say on the 4th time that she's lifted the eyes up and keeping the head down, that is the green light for me to go and proceed over to her. So I've seen that I've clocked her, so oh right, she's given me the eye contact more than once. So I'm going to go and approach her. Now then, 2 things are going to happen here. When I'm going to go and approach this lady who I've never met before, I'm going to try and increase my physical prowess. So I want to make myself as desirable as possible. And men always trying to improve their appearance on the approach to the lady. So what I'll be doing, well, I'll be making myself look bigger. So I'll be sticking out my chest, I'll be sucking in my abs, I'll be adjusting my belt, making those crotch displays as I make the long walk over to Kat. But Kat will be doing exactly the opposite. She'll be making herself look as submissive as possible. She might be trying to twine her legs together, and she might be trying to just play with her hair, making herself look as pretty as possible. So we go through these chains of motions which have been the same for countless and countless number of years. So when these two initially meet, that is normally when men have a nightmare, because they usually make some kind of terrible first impression, or they have a saying like, oh, is it cold in here, is it just me, or some kind of terrible chat-up line that is not needed because she's already silently vetted your suitability for you to come on over and start talking. So once the initial icebreaker has been used, often you'll see the guy use the deepening voice as well to try and make himself more masculine, like we talked about in the first one. We'll sit down, we'll start talking, and then what I'm looking for then, if things are going well, I'm looking to see if Kat is at any time going to start touching any part of my arm or leg. Now, if she does, this is a really good indicator that she finds me attractive and safe to be around. So these little touches she's giving me is a great example that she's finding me attractive and like I mentioned before, safe. So this is how you can intertwine everything you just learned into an actual scenario that you can use in your daily life. And being an avid people watcher, you can spot these kind of behaviours when you're in a bar or a club or any kind of situation where there's a lot of people around, and quite a lot of single people around, let's say on a nightclub on a Friday and a Saturday night. So again, so everything I've just discussed there is a plausible scenario that could work for both male or female. And you can rely on these as being reliable indicators of attraction. There are a few other ones, but these go back to our genetic inheritance about what we do and we've been doing for countless generations. And again, these are based on heterosexual relationships between a man and a woman. So, for more information about flirting and dating, and for more scenarios where you can use body language tips and techniques, please visit allaboutbodylanguage.com or check out our YouTube channel, All About Body Language. For more information, please check out those 2, and I'll see you all soon.